How you doing, Brian? This is Rich from Heli Freaks, RCK 187. Let's take a quick video here of all the stuff that I'm including. We'll start right over here with the two bodies. We have the factory body, and then basically a factory body that my son had painted as an aftermarket. The paint kind of peeled a little bit, but the body's still fine. All these parts in the packs are all the parts that I replaced, and I put the factory ones back in each individual package just because some of them are kind of small. Just fixing ends and balls and steering posts, all the gears and internals, out drives. Those are the factory shock towers, all the factory knuckles, stack of extra wheel nuts, extra wheel horns, servo horns. These two pieces right here, those are for the battery tray if you run smaller batteries. Extra rear skid plates, DE Racing, the factory front skid, bumper. Extra motor mount bolts. That's one of the weak points in these things. Those bolts are not that strong. They strip kind of easy. Extra gaskets. And again, all these parts are already on the car. These are all the stock ones, but they're all together so you know what part numbers and where they went. It's the factory radio. Comes with factory tools. It's the outerwear covers that fits on the buggy itself. Factory wing. It's a little bit dirty. And as for wheels and tires, I get some flat, regular whites, decent tread. I've got these ones here, something for something a little more loamy or something. These are brand new. They had one run on them. And these are the factory tires too. They're pretty good shape. Two of them are a little beat up from being on the front. The buggy is extremely fast, so it's always tearing up tires, even if you run it for a few minutes. This is the buggy itself. As you can see here, one little dent right here in the front bumper was the first day I drove it, and unfortunately I drove it halfway into a curb and it dented the bumper in. It's a DE Racing bumper and skid. As you can see, it sticks up on the top. A few little scuffs and scrapes, pretty much mainly from the first two times I drove it. One was on a baseball diamond, the other one was in a loamy field. Got a little scratched up and stuff, but it's nothing unusual. Like I said, I've only put a couple of packs through it. That's a servo horn I was telling you about. I have one on there. I don't know how long it's going to last. You really need an aluminum one. All aluminum knuckles, front and rear. You got DE Racing mud guards, Proline wing, high downforce wing. I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but those are carbon shock towers, front and rear. That's the buggy itself. It runs off of two batteries, come like that from the factory. Plug two 2S's or two 3S's, or you can just make a jumper and run it as a single. Front drive shaft was also replaced with a DCJ drive shaft. Just makes it a lot more efficient, and the tolerances are really tight in the front. You really can't see it from the video. Everything's really close, and it makes it run a lot truer. Rear drive shaft is still the stock one. There was no need to replace that. Still strong enough. Like I said, it's all the brushless flux system that they offer. The diffs themselves, center diff has got 120,000 in it. Front and rears both have 30,000. Shocks are 45 weight in the front, 40 weight in the rear with the factory pistons and springs. All this here, let me just get this out of the way. Everything you see here will be included. All three sets of tires, wheels, everything. I also have the original box and all the paperwork to go with it, and stickers and all that kind of stuff. So that's that.